Alright guys, welcome to the first ever predictions video on my channel. Now, recently the football has started back, FIFA 21 is on the horizon, and there's so much to look forward to. I've got a lot of things lined up, predictions wise and content wise, upon the new month. So here we go guys, this is my FIFA 21 wants to watch predictions video. Hope you guys enjoy, and the first player at the moment is Ben Chillwell. So Ben Chillwell moved from Leicester to Chelsea for £50 million or around about thereabouts. I think this guy's got a very good opportunity of being in the team of the top 20 wants to watch his choices. I do think he's got a shout because he's Premier League, because he's a fullback. Not many defenders get it. And I just think he's got a chance of being in the ones to watch. The second player though is Hakim Ziyech. Now he should be a guarantee. He moved from Ajax to Chelsea for around about 40 to 50 million pounds. He is probably going to be one of those players that everyone wants this year. If he does really well and Chelsea do well, he gets a good card. He will be insane in FIFA. He will just look amazing. His cards stats will probably be really, really good. I didn't have them on this video. If you do want me to do a video on that though, make sure to let me know, and if I can see what I can do and what his card stats can be in the future. Obviously his card stats have been announced, but you know, maybe a one team of the week or something. But yeah, that's the number 2 option. I do think he's got a lot of room for upgrades, if he's not injured, of course. The third player obviously is Mr. Tino Werner. He is insane. I feel like he will be probably the first, if not the third or second in the front screen of FIFA 21, because he's been like the advertisements for so long, and I do feel like he will be featured in the wants to watch team. He moved to Chelsea on a release clause of £50 million. He was linked to Liverpool, didn't end up going there because of coronavirus, but he ends up moving to Chelsea, which is unfortunate for myself, but you can't complain. He's going to start banging them in, and it's just a matter of time before he does. Next we've got David Silva. Now I was looking for like a price or something, or whether he went for free or anything, but it's undisclosed because I actually have no idea like where to find his price. But David Silva is definitely one that will be in there because he's a walkout. He's one of those players that you don't want, and he's just that guy that's gonna be in the way most of the time. It's not gonna be a high rated team of the ones to watch, sorry, but it's never gonna be a high ones to watch. I think the highest ever ones to watch player we've ever had is Ronaldo. But that's because he moved to Juventus, who no one knew about. And then they had Ericsson and Ibra and stuff, but no one as big as this. And I think this is probably the lowest, at least as far as ratings is concerned, the lowest in terms of highest rated player. So David Silva is here. I do not think he will be a fan favourite. I think he'll be quite mediocre in that sense. Well, we'll see what happens. Next up though, we have Munier moving to a free to Dortmund. To Dortmund. He is not a bad shout. He normally does get quite a few goals in his career, or in his time at PSG. He had a few special cards. He's probably got a good chance of getting a few upgrades. Whether or not he does, I don't know. If he plays, of course, with the departure of Hakimi, which is quite a hard one because he probably will play. It just depends on what Dortmund do, but he will be an alright shout if you're building a Bundesliga team. And here we are. Up next is Hakim Ziyech. He moves for £40 million to Inter Milan, which is good for your Serie A teams if you are interested. But I think this guy's got a lot of upgrades on the way. If he doesn't get injured and he stays fit, he will be probably one of the best ones to watch as you could get in this time in the game when it comes out. I think he's got a lot of upgrades. Depending on how the way interplay they play with attacking fullbacks, and he is insane. He's rapid, he's got skill, he can beat his man. He's perfect. He's just what you want for that right midfield position. So we have Danny Perejo, another one of those ones that you just don't want, but you just know he will be in the team of the ones to watch. You can't help it. You can't. But he moved for £50 million from Valencia because there was something going on with the president. He wasn't happy and decided to move on to Villarreal. And he looks happy there just now. Whether or not they do well, I don't know. But Perejo is not one that I want personally. But I really hope that he's not in the game this year. As much as I think he is, it's just like 100% he's going to be there. Up next though is Nathan Ake, £40 million from Bournemouth to Manchester City. Now he only got a 79 rated card in the new FIFA, which was quite surprising considering he moved to Manchester City. But I suppose that's it. What you can't do, you can only do what you can. Whether or not he plays is another thing. I think he'll be more backup than anything. He'll probably play a couple games here and there, but I don't expect to see him being very, very good. Whether or not he gets one. We have Shane Duffy on loan from Brighton to Celtic. I just want to put this one in here because it's a different out of the box one. You know, you tend to do that now and again, and I've had a feeling they might do it with Shane Duffy here. I don't know what rating he is. I just put 79 because he was 77 or something last year. So I just put 79, and he moved to Celtic on loan. He got a goal at the weekend there. So you never know. It's a chance he might get. Whether or not they do it for loan cards, I can't remember. But yeah, that's Shane Duffy. And the big one now with Kai Havertz, £90 million, just under or just more. With add-ons, I think it goes up to 100 million. But Kai Havertz to Chelsea. Now this is another one of those ones that everyone's really screaming about, trying to get it, if you know what I mean. But you know, he played against Brighton at the weekend there and he really struggled. So it might be a hit or miss. He could have a really good season or a really bad season. No one's known as of yet. We've got to give him a few more games, couple of weeks to settle in, and then we'll really see the true Kai Havertz. We have Allen. Now, Everton got a bargain for this guy. Now, I believe it was 25 million. It was undisclosed when I tried to look for it, but I tried looking on Sky Sports, since they get everything, and they said about 20 to 25 million for Allen, and that is a bargain of the century because he had the most insane year from Napoli. It is unbelievable. They didn't win much, but that he was insane. Him alone, performances-wise, was crazy good. Crazy good. And Everton, his first game for them of the season the weekend there, he was insane. He did not miss a pass. He was roaming that midfield like he was the boss on the pitch. But yeah, Everton, as hard as it is for me to say, they have caught a bargain of the century. Well, another one as well, which got confirmed right at the start of the window, is Leroy Sonny. Now, I can't not seeing him getting ones to watch. He's fast. He's normally got great dribbling. He's one of the eye catchers. He will get loads of upgrades. £50 million from Man City to Bayern Munich. And I do believe that he'll get one. I would personally want him in my team. I think he was great in all iterations of FIFA. I had him in this version, last version, and I think I'll end up getting him again in the Ultimate Edition when I do our Road to Glory. So we have our tour here, moving from Barcelona to Juventus, or Piemonte Calcio, for £35 million. He was a weird one. I didn't know whether to put this one in or not. I mean, I feel like it will happen, it won't happen. It's just one of those ones where it's like, oh, it can't. It's just, it's a tough one because he didn't have a good performance for Barcelona, but it's obviously moving to Juventus is going to be different. Whether or not he gets upgrades is a different situation. Whether or not he just performs the way he did at Barcelona and doesn't do very well, then, well, you might have a problem there. Whether he gets in or not, I don't know. This was just a big, wild guess. We have Tismalas, I believe his name is. He moved from Olympiacos to Liverpool for around about £30 million. I think it was about 11 to 12 million, but we're going to say 13. So £13 million for Tismalas. Yeah, I want to put him in here because there's always a low rated card. And I mean, whether it's 81 or something, I feel like he's going to be the guy that everyone packs when they don't want him. As much as I would love to get him, he won't play very often for Liverpool. Unless he's back up or Robertson gets injured, he won't play very often. But I put him in here because I had a feeling they're going to go very Premier League orientated. So up next we've got Cassagna moving for about 20 to 25 million pounds from Atalanta to Leicester City. He scored on his debut and he done really well for his debut. I think this guy's going to be in it because again he's a low rated card. He has the opportunity for loads of upgrades. Whether or not he does well for Leicester, who knows, but he has that opportunity to go further. And EA might look at it, he's a low rated card, no one wants him, but he has a chance of getting upgraded. He's like the Joelinton almost. This one though is Rodrigo moving from Valencia to Leeds. Now this one here is quite difficult to put the finger on because I feel like he won't get one, but because there's so many attackers getting them, it might be difficult for him to get into the team, especially because there's another Premier League player, another Premier League player, and he's not there, but he was expensive for Leeds. £35 million is not cheap for a Leeds United, but they really do look like they're wanting to go for it this year after that 4-3 result against Liverpool. Thiago Silva is one I just wanted to put in here because he's a big name, and EA love big names for some reason. I don't know why, but they love it. They absolutely love big name players. If there's a big name player on the front of it, then it gives the eye-catching appeal and everyone wants to open packs. And a free transfer though for Chelsea. They're just paying his wages, but this is an alright signing for them. Whether or not it's good, I don't know, but we'll see. He's injured just now. We'll see as a backup. I think he will be good. But yeah, I can see him being in the team because of how old he is and the caliber of player he actually is, like his name. Callum Wilson though is another one that I do think will get into. As much as I was saying about Rodrigo not, Callum Wilson is a different. He's English, and everyone loves English players apparently in FIFA. So that kind of makes him more likely to get it than others. Whether or not he does is another story, but I do believe that he will get the ones to watch. For £20 million from Bournemouth to Newcastle, it was a good signing overall, scoring on his debut. Couldn't ask for much more. So next one we have 15 million for Souček. And I mean, this one was difficult because I wasn't sure whether to include this or not, but it finally got announced that he was 15 million that he cost from Slavia Prague to West Ham. And I mean, I think this guy could be very good because there's the off weeks that he gets someone good, the off weeks where he doesn't, and I mean, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult because you can't really put the finger on whether he's going to get one. But there's always that one player that doesn't get loads of upgrades, but gets about one or two, and I feel like he's that kind of player to get the one or two upgrades. And the final player, guys, is Fabio Silva moving from Porto to Wolves for 35 million. The youngster moved for to Nuno Espirito Santos team, however you say his name, Espirito Santos. I mean, they love their Portuguese players, don't they? But I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a 75 rated in there. Fabio Silva is one of the young up-and-coming prospects. I feel like he's more likely to get future stars than he is to ones to watch. But because he moved to Wolves, a big-named club in England, it's a big chance that he will actually get he wants the watch card. I might be wrong, I might not be, but I mean, you never know, you never know. But yeah, guys, that is the top 20 FIFA 21 predictions from myself. Whether or not I get them right, I don't know. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we're not wrong in all departments, and there's not one that's going to be there. I feel like I've got one at least, and that's Werner. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, this new type of video, and a video in a long time, please make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see some FIFA content, because I'm going to move over to FIFA, guys. FIFA is going to be the main thing, football and FIFA. But yeah, guys, for now, I will speak to you in a bit, and I do apologise about my voice. I've lost all hydration. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed, hit the like button, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.